Welcome, everyone. I'm Alfred Lambremont Weber, and I'm here with two of my favorite people. First of all, CEO Patty Greer of
C60Evo.
C60Evo. And can you see this here? It's called Hair Renewal. And I'm here with my hair renewal next to my other favorite person, Buckminster Fuller. May he rest in peace. He's in some good place right now. And Bucky and I met when we founded the World Good News Network, along with Futurist Barbara Marsh Hubbard. May she rest in peace. And Bucky told my good friend Andy Bashago, the U.S. chrononaut, he said, "Oh, I should talk to Alfred Weber. We founded the World Good News Network." Well, we're talking with you on the World Good News Network about the good news that now you can access C60Evo Fullerines that bring you hair renewal, and they bring you also Fullerene wellness, where you can do wonders, you can stay in good health, and you can be safe, and you can have all the concentration. I'm 81 years old, and now my 25th book is now at the publishers and in the process of being published. My 25th. Okay, I'm telling you, if you want to get in the fast train, in the fast lane at this time, and this new book is a real one, because folks, I got to tell you, I'm just going to say something real quick. This new book is about what they're trying to launch in the Holy Land in Israel. They're trying to launch World War III, and we already had a nuclear holocaust in this solar system in Tiamat, which is now the asteroid belt. And there's some souls here that are trying to make Earth the asteroid belt, but it's not going to happen. And that's what my new book is about. And if it weren't for what I take every day here, I could have not gotten this 25th book out. And that's part of my mission here on Earth. So over to you, Patty.
You have an older bottle, so you need to finish it and get on to the new logo. Yeah, you've had a little while.
Yeah, this is what I got. And so this is brand new, and this is what keeps my hair, as an 81-year-old. Now I want to share just one thing with you. I'm going to put you on screen share, just so we show that all this is science. And we're going to go where.
Well, you're our poster child for hair. I mean, when I started doing shows with you, you had normal short hair. And it's just grown and grown, and now it's like going below the screen. So, wow.
Yeah. Now, look, I want to I want to share something with you on a screen share, okay?
Yep.
And with you and all the audience, just to show you that it is science. So I'm going to share all the audience. And so
working on that, I'm just going to explain the Hair Renewal Duo comes in two little bottles, because one is a water base, one is an oil base. And we chose not to do emulsifiers, chemicals, to put it together as a product in one bottle. So we decided to sell it separately so we could really maximize both of these miracle molecules. The ES60 is in the shorter formula, and the tall bottle is a peptide, ESS60. And ultimately, the result is that this is my co-owner, Chris Burris. He did the test called, what was it called? The age test, where glycanage. It's a glycanage test where they measure your body fluids for age compared to your chronological age through 200,000 different data points. And ultimately, my partner, who's 54 years old, has the blood and body fluids of a 21-year-old, and he's been taking a lot of ESS60, which is our formula.
Right. Exactly, and that's the science that I wanted to show right now. And this is scientifically, Chris couldn't be with us today, but this was the last show that we did with Chris. Is aging a disease and is it curable? Great news. And this was Chris's, his biological age is 21 from taking what I'm holding right here. Every day I take this, I take a tablespoon in the morning. I take 3 little teaspoons, and it's 33 years younger than his chronological age of 54. Well, I went to my primary care doctor, and his assessment, I'm 81, and his assessment is that my hemoglobin, bodily fluids, is 25. So I told Chris on this show, I said, well, you're 21, but I'm 25. And I take 3 little teaspoons of this every day. So you guys out there that listen to me, which I know that there are a lot of people out there reading my 24 books, soon to be 25, is I take 3 little teaspoons of this, and Patty will tell you when we come back to full screen, we're going to go to the page and she's going to tell you how to get it and where to get it and where to get a discount. My age now is 25. My hemoglobin, and that's from my physician, is 25. Okay, and Chris did his test, and he's now at 21. So he's just a young thing. I'm only 25, but I'm a little bit 4 years older than he is.
That's funny.
Chronological age is 81. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
And look at the hair that I'm getting. I mean, this whole thing, we're just blowing the stereotypes away. There's no more stereotypes. So if you want no more stereotypes in your life, this is a one-stop shopping of no more stereotypes. Wouldn't you say so, Patty?
That's funny. Yeah. You know, when I tell people on the shows, when Chris and I are on camera, that he's 54, my favorite comment is, what was he, 10 when he started? And he was 22. And people are always surprised he's 54. So I make him my poster child for face skin. And I say, take off your glasses, Chris. Let people guess how old you are. And he always does, you know, but he really looks young and he takes a lot of the product. I take a lot of the product, and my claim to fame is I'm still alive. So I've had 3 attempts, in my opinion, on my life that were horrific by people that shouldn't exist. And I think that C60Evo is the reason I'm still here. Let's let this test go behind, because I want to talk about, like, as we move into the future, which this is a future test where they're saying, what's going on inside you? And for you and Chris to be anti-aging at this level is highly impressive. The things that I've been through, that you've been through, you know, through the field of ufology, most people couldn't relate to or understand, such as people being threatened by what we know. Yeah, I don't quite want to go through the products because I want to talk about what's important, I think, right now is coping with the world as it is. Like, I think that the thing about Evo that blows me away is my mental focus and emotional balance have never been more wonderful, because people that know what I've gone through, they're like, how can you not be going like postal? How could you not be, retribution? And it's like that's going to do you any good, But what's interesting for me is you've written all these books. Laura Eisenhower just wrote a book.
Yeah.
And she's asked both of us to write the foreword, which will be really fun. And I'm not much of a book reader, got to be honest. But once I started looking through her photos, I couldn't stop. I made it all the way to the end of the book because it was so enthralling how she kind of told the story through her images. And when I saw her at in her 20s with two babies that are now 6'4" twins, guys, you know, that are really big, handsome boys, but seeing her so vulnerable, it was just touching. And so when I got to the end, the last image that I saw was her introducing our show that you and I have done with her for
Oh, wow.
years, News Evolution. There we are, right at the end of her book, as part of her
Wow.
evolution, which I found so touching. So go,
Oh,
Laura.
that is
Go,
so,
Alfred.
that is so, so wonderful. You
Yeah.
know, that is such a wonderful concept. And something just occurred to me uh, uh, through what you were just talking about that I'd like to share screen with. Okay, and because this is something, because you just started talking about your frequency and your calmness, like people are saying why you aren't into retribution, or you know that which is duality consciousness, which is I win, you lose. And that's what wars are all about and what's going on the planet now. And so let me just share screen, because I think that will show visually, I think, what happens to people like ourselves and like those of us. And that is, can you see now? I'm going to go to full screen. Can you see this sort of frequency chart?
Yes.
Okay, this is what happens to people who do frequency exercises like meditation. This is what happens to people who start taking, this is my hypothesis, but I've got a certificate in public health from the Harvard School of Public Health, so I've got some basis to stand on, you know. And this is what, and I'm a graduate psychotherapist from the University of Texas. And I'm not making any claims, medical claims here at all. This is just my opinion, but I'm giving my background. And this has not been approved by the FDA, okay, or by Health Canada. I'm just saying it, okay? But you were just saying about how you feel calm and in the face of what are and could be, and myself as a judge, I would say that, yeah, there were 3 heavy duty attempts on your life, okay? And you breezed right through them, and you're on the other side. And this is a frequency consciousness. So the highest that you can be down in anger, you can be at fear, you can be in anger, you can go up to courage. And as you go up, you go to neutrality, you go to acceptance, you go to love. The avatar Christ who came said, love your enemies. Oh God, it's hard to understand, for they know not what they do. It's like, gee, that lion almost ate me, but that's the way lions are. But that joy and peace and enlightenment, finally you're going up the frequency scale. And that's what, my opinion, okay, as a graduate psychotherapist with a certificate from the Harvard School of Public Health, is that carbon 60 fullerines, and I got St. Buckminster Fuller here on my left shoulder. This is what carbon 60 does to us frail humans.
Yay.
And in the same way that they put industrial grade carbon-60 into batteries and automobile tires to make better tires. You put it in, say, for humans, we call it ESS60, and our company is the only company in the world that makes safe ESS60, and we sell it to everybody that in the world. We put it in humans to make better humans. I mean, I'm talking like real simple, but that's the simple facts. And
Right.
this is a chart of, if you want to become a better human that's living in love, joy, peace, and enlightenment, this is a simple one-stop shopping to living in peace, joy, love, and enlightenment, okay? And take it from Alfred, you know? What's up, Alfie? Remember
What's
that
it all
song?
about?
What's it all about, Alfie? You know something? One day people are going to understand. People are going to understand how John Lennon used to hang out with me on the same island in the Bahamas, and how What's It All About, Alfie, where that song was all about, and what the Beatles song Paperback Writer was all about. Someday people gonna wake up and they're gonna say, holy fucking shit, what's it all about, Alfie? I'm gonna have to run out and buy one of your 25 books and find out what's it all about. And if you are ready to ascend on the Omega chart of consciousness, this is a one-stop shopping. It's the easiest yoga retreat you've ever been on. Okay?
And you can do it on a spoon. Hey,
you can do it on a spoon. It's the easiest yoga retreat. So all that I'm saying is give peace a chance. Is that Patty is going to tell you how you can right now give peace a chance, and you can climb up the Omega chart of consciousness and give peace a chance. Okay? Over to you, Patty.
All right. Well, anybody watching that's got their bottle of Evo, let's go back to full screen.
Okay.
I would like to propose a toast for you guys. Grab your spoon, grab your bottle, grab your lab beaker, however you like to take your Evo. And I would like to propose a toast to radiant health, immunity, longevity, and a better life every day. Cheers, everybody. Take your Evo or hope to get some. Woo, that's good and strong.
Yeah.
So this is the olive oil. That is the strongest that we have. And I wake up every morning and I make a big mug of silver bullet coffee, and it's like a meal. But I put in my MCT coconut oil always, and I put in at least a tablespoon. Oops, I usually spill over the spoon into the coffee, but it's half as strong as the olive oil. So I just want to make that clear. Same price, but the MCT coconut will only hold a certain amount of ESS60, which is pure C60 compared to industrial grade carbon-60. So this morning I really was tested, and I found myself probably inappropriately reacting and posting all over my local town and nearby towns newspapers. But this project called Restore Colorado 22, funded by Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and of course, they absolutely love us and our moms and dads and children. They funded this project that's going to supply us with so much Monsanto Bayer chemicals all over our homes, gardens, trails, streams, creeks, rivers. And we had a big meeting yesterday with the city, and a lot of people were supposed to call in online, and they set up their Zoom meetings, and so the big day was yesterday. And what an interesting thing that the city would send us out a warning at between 4 and 5 a.m. The power is going off because we're going to restructure something, or cell towers or whatever. And so no big deal. We're not awake then, even though I was. And oops, the internet went out for the whole day. Oh, wow. The internet went out for the whole day on the day we were going to say, hell no, to those bad boys and their friends, Boulder County Parks and Open Space. And we've got a father-son team that has the Boulder County Parks and Open Space under control, and the other one works at Monsanto Bayer. Oh, how convenient. Monsanto Bayer Pfizer in Boulder, Colorado. Wonder who's funding our local government. So anyway, internet went down. It was such a drag. And the meeting went on. And the punchline, because I'm good friends with one of the top activists here, she said the only thing that they've changed is they're no longer going to dump poison from helicopters. Way too obvious. And we all filmed them and complained. They're going to do it by drone. Drones are going to deliver the poisons from Monsanto Bayer to all of Colorado. Isn't that great? So they're promoting that's being projected. And oh God, isn't it weird that nobody could get online yesterday during the meeting? So of course I put out this and even though I'd had my MCT coconut oil, I think that my reaction would have been so much bigger. So I'm glad I just took another shot of the olive oil, because when we're done recording, I've got to go back to my day of consciousness in my local community. And it does start in our local community. And we are being run by people that absolutely hate us, funded by Gates and Soros. I mean, Gates, Soros, the whole pile of them. And they love Boulder, Colorado. We just had a visit from Oprah. I guess Maui spit her out for a few minutes. So she came here to see what burned down in our fires and see what she could buy here. I'm guessing. She didn't say that to me, so I don't know for sure. But all of a sudden we had all these helicopters everywhere surveilling everybody because Oprah was coming to town. And it's like, do I need to IV this stuff to stay cool and calm with trying to clean up my local government? It's really sad. It's just sad right now that we have such bad people in place. And this has been orchestrated for so long. Alfred knows it for decades longer than me. It didn't hit me until I was poisoned by a dentist who got away with it. And that was 20 years ago. And I still have cuts on the tips of every finger, takes turns. But mercury poisoning almost 20 years ago. And not one lawyer in America would take my case. And I had the evidence, I had everything. And I, at that time, went, what is it about dentists that's being protected when this is so malpractice infested, free nitrous? And then he put mercury in me instead of the white porcelain that the chart clearly said and that I paid for in the agreement. Got away with it. And the last two terrible attacks, one of them was uranium guy in Boulder, Colorado, got away with it. Putting uranium in my garage. The sheriffs met me in the hospital with an IV in my arm on my 5th hour. And 6 weeks later, I learned that I made it all up and lied. What? I mean, we are being run by no is yes, left is right, up is down, and boys are girls. So right now, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have said it so nicely. But I love the fact that people are waking up around the world, and we need to stay calm, keep our weapons close, our friends and family close. But I give Evo credit for staying alive. And everybody's got their thing, their need, their stuff, but less stress, more flexibility, longer life. But for me, it's life. Like, wow, I am so impressed with this product. And I've also been asked to write a foreword to Chris's brand new book. My partner wrote a book on C60, The Evolution to ESS60. I mean, the guy he's got a sense of humor and he kind of looks like a nerd, and he's funny, but he is absolutely brilliant. And now I'm face down in his book and I have to write a foreword for our company, which is just the greatest honor because here we are. And I began my review by saying, I finally believe in karma. And Alfred, you know what I mean. But it's like of all the people in the world making C60, that I would end up with the two kings, the only guys in the world that have been making it for 32 years with integrity, invented a machine to manufacture carbon 60, and know more about it than anyone else on earth by far. So it's really nice after as many years as I've been alive to land a partnership with such great integrity and a company that's so easy to run because everything we do is making people happy. And that feels good. So the karma of all these other challenges that have brought me here to be able to sit here with Alfred and look at your hair and your 25th book coming out at 81. Last year, I think you wrote 4 at 80. And they're all big books, like novels, not just, 35 pages for children. It's like, so my friends are my poster kids because all of us are benefiting. And that's what I had to say is mental focus, mental balance, don't kill anyone, Evo. Back to you.
Well, that is so, so beautiful. And that is just a wonderful thought. And, so we'll have in the description here where people can go and really can access everything. We've been at this now for about, a little more than 30 minutes. So I don't know whether you want to go to the products now or just you do?
Yeah, I just had to talk about the mental focus because people are going to be tested with everything coming around, and who knows? Who knows how long they're going to keep this puppet in place and keep everybody going crazy in the wars and the proxies and
Right. Absolutely. Well, let me then, with that in mind, find the right
ending page, which has
right.
all of our products. And I'll do a quick rundown. I want to encourage people to save 20% easily. Sign up for a monthly subscription, and it's not a big commitment. You can cancel tomorrow if you don't want it, but you want the 20% off. Most people don't cancel, and we like to be able to make it more affordable for people to kick in. And Alfred has a code that you can use at checkout, no matter what you buy, no matter how many discounts, to get another 10% off. So don't be overthrown by, oh my God, it's $95, because it ends up being $67.50 when you use those 2 discounts of sign up for a monthly subscription and use Alfred's code. Super simple. And if for $67.50 you don't love the product or notice yourself feeling a lot better, then don't reorder. But most likely you'll get an 8-ounce bottle next time and have twice as much. So far today, I have started my day with the MCT coconut oil in my coffee. And I just had a shot of the olive oil, but sometimes my noonish shot is the avocado oil, which is really lovely. And Roseanne Barr happens to love it on avocado toast, she calls it. And so she just slices up some avocados on a piece of toast and drizzles our oil on, little sea salt. She says it's to die for, fabulous. Ann Vandersteel gave us the same recipe. So inside and out, you're going to get your best benefits if you're taking the oil on a spoon in the morning and a little serum on your face. Our serum, advanced facial serum, which is next to the 3 bottles on the left, is 21 natural, organic, vegan products that are the most delicious facial cleansing, not cleansing, but clearing and moisturizing formula. It's got a base of chia seed oil and remarkable results. So there's the 3 oils, the facial serum, and we have a newer facial serum, much like the hair renewal, which has 2 bottles. One has the ESS 60 with the oil, and then the taller bottle is a copper peptide, the UTH 29. It's had 30 years of research, fabulous molecule for skin, hair, and everything else. So that's been a wonderful product. And then we have 2 lip balms, a mint and a plain unflavored. I use the mint constantly. I've got one right here next to me. I use the facial serum every day and every night, and I take the oils at least 2 out of 3 every day. To the right is the capsules, and it's the olive oil in a bottle of capsules. And that's for people that travel, that want to take a baggie of caps with them, but you can't take the oil on a plane if you do carry on, but you can take a baggie with a ton of capsules in it. So wonderful product for people also that don't want to taste the oil or don't, whatever. The capsules are another alternative that's been a great seller. And my friend said to me, my dog loves to lick the spoon after we take our oil. He just sits there waiting. So all of a sudden she says, my God, my old dog is not limping anymore. He's getting so much better. So we've got a dog formula with bacon essence and a cat formula with salmon essence. And animals seem to really love it. And they benefit in a way where you can tell the difference, and animals don't lie. You know, sometimes people are so busy, they don't realize, my God, I'm not hurting anymore. But when you see your pet act differently, you're going to know, huh, that stuff really works. So onward and upward, C60 Evo really works. We have wonderful specials in the red banner. You buy 2 bottles of caps, you get the 3rd one half off. I just click the banner. Here's Alfred's code is EV for Evo, ALW at checkout, which are his initials. So no matter what you buy, use that code at checkout and use the link to Alfred's page, which is also listed below the show, to be sure to get all the discounts possible. At checkout, if you buy 1 or 2 bottles of something, you'll get the option. Do you want to buy 3 and pay for 2, get the 3rd one half off? We offer that at checkout on most items. Here we go. We've got sets of different products bunched together, and every product you take 15% off. We've taken it off and put it together in these packages. When they show up, each item is in a different colored tissue paper. It is such a beautiful delivery. It's like getting, you know, a Christmas package with all these different things in it. It's really lovely. So if you're sending gifts to people, you don't have to do anything. And if you say, please say love Stephen or Peter, whatever you want to say, we'll add a card for you. So the sets are 15% off. Subscriptions are 20% off. And if you buy a case of 12 bottles, you're going to get 25% off the case. And keep in mind, EV for Evo, ALW, another 10% off at checkout, and you're going to get a major discount. These are just different sets that you can buy, 4-ounce, 8-ounce caps with the face and the lips, and save money. So we have all these different options. You want to take a minute or 2 on the website, just take advantage of the discounts, and you will probably be extremely impressed with how much better you look and feel. Sampler set, 1 of each flavor, and that's 2-ounce, 4-ounce, 8-ounce. We also have 16-ounce, the big bottles. And that way you can sample all the flavors and see what works for you. You might want to keep all 3 coming every month, or you might just want 1 of the flavors, whichever you resonate with and feel the best on. These are the different sizes and offerings. The 2-ounce we only offer by the dozen because it's only a week or 10 days. 4-ounce, 8-ounce, 16-ounce, and 32-ounce bottles, which we sell a lot of. And that's for big families, offices that want to share, people that want to store it, but the dozen quantity is also quite nice. And down here, we've got the pet lover sets, which is one for you, one for your dog, one for you, one for your cat. And if you want a bigger bottle or one for each of them, you just get them the pet sampler and buy yourself whatever size bottle you want. And this is our best deal, which is dozen quantities, 25% off. And take it further, use Alfred's code and get another 10% off. And that's the best you're going to get. That's up there with wholesale pricing. So yeah, the website, you can learn a ton about how we make it, what's it good for, and why is it your best choice. And then we've got over, I don't know, a few hundred testimonials from real customers, and we just print it like it is. And we also have a lot of videos that we've done if you want to watch the owners talk about the products and the testimonials and the tests that we're doing. But again, I want to say that we're the only lab that I know of that's still doing research. And my partner, Chris, is constantly going to events and seminars and learning more and more. We are very active, and we are bringing, I believe, the best products online. When it comes to carbon fullerenes, C60Evo rocks.
Yeah.
So there. Look at Bucky. He's so smiling. We're going to need a tooth renewal for Bucky.
Exactly. So, well, all I have to say is that I'm very grateful for this in my life. And I'm very, very grateful for this in my life. And it helps me do wonders, stay safe, and stay up at the upper top of the frequency chain. And it's one-stop shopping on the frequency chart. That's all I can say. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious and straightforward. And, look at Bucky. I mean, what a life legacy. There we go.
Thank you, Alfred. And thank you, everybody, for listening.
Okay. Thank you very much.